See how it was all red? I have to do that.
Here we go.
Okay, we got all the ducks lined up. All right. Call to order the meeting of the Mansfield 24 at 6 p.m. Members present are Aho, Chandy, Wooch, Ross, Acorsi, Open, and for and all the alternates are seated. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, everyone's seated tonight.
So Al is seated
Okay, we have
for absent members, right?
Al is seated.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
Al and Adam? Yeah,
yeah, okay.
okay.
Adam is also seated. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
In fact, all of us are seated unless someone's at a standing desk. All right. So we have minutes from March 18th to be considered.
I, Chandy, move that it be accepted as presented.
Okay, moved by Chandy.
For Tony,
Okay,
second.
second by Fertoni. Any discussion? All in favor?
Of course, he watched the video.
Okay, of course he watched the video. All right, very good. All right, passes unanimously. Do we have to wait till 6:05 before we open the public hearing?
We
Yes.
do.
Can we do the boilerplate beforehand?
Well, I wasn't gonna read the rules since I'm not
Okay.
expecting too much public comment.
Right.
I think we have to wait till 6:05 for me to read the public hearing notice, though.
Okay, all right.
I can move item. New
Okay.
business. Up
From old business A.
or new business.
Okay. Okay, so what are you moving exactly?
I think there's a new business item. that we-
Yes, new business A, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So moved by Chandy to move new business A up to the top of the list here. Second by Ross, all in favor? Okay, passes unanimously. So this is, so we're going, so the purpose of this is to schedule a public hearing on May 13th to receive comments on the PZC initiated amendments to Article 9, Section 190-69 of the Mansfield zoning regulations relating to signs. This is all about signs. All we have to do tonight is schedule a public hearing for May 13th.
Yeah,
So if some of
so, yeah, so I can just talk really briefly about
Yes.
this. So, the Regulatory
Sure.
Review Committee and staff have been working for a couple of months with Tyke Policy and Planning Group to completely revise our zoning regulations related to signage. So at the last Regulatory Review Committee, we just did some quick buttoning up of the regs, and we think that they're ready for a public hearing. So you'll notice that we have in the suggested motion, we have pushed the hearing date out to May 13th. We'd like to give the public ample chance to comment on the proposed revisions. So we are pushing it out in order to accomplish that.
Okay, very good. Would someone like to read the motion?
Do you need us to share the screen? It's on the agenda under the new business item is the suggested motion.
I can read it.
Okay, thank you.
I, Chandy, move to schedule a public hearing on May 13th, 2024 at 6 p.m. via hybrid meeting to receive comments on the PZC initiated amendments to Article 9, Section 190-69 of the Mansfield zoning regulations related to signs, PZC file number 907-60, and to refer said amendments to the town attorney, town council, Economic Development Commission, Krog, Necog, Seacog, and surrounding communities.
Moved by Chandy. Second by Ross. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, passes unanimously. And we just have one more thing to do tonight, and that is a public hearing about a guy who wants to live in a house. So
All right.
it's 6:05. We can read the public notice.
Yep. So, this was published in the Willimantic Chronicle on Thursday, March 21st, 2024, and Wednesday, March 27th, 2024. The Mansfield Planning and Zoning Commission will hold the following public hearing on Monday, April 1st, 2024, via virtual meeting to hear comments regarding the following application. 6:05 p.m. Special permit application of Anthony Gosha, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. Applicant owner for a mixed-use development located at 1708 Stafford Road in the NB1 zoning district. Assessor's parcel ID 1.1.5, PZC file number 1336-1. Information on how to participate in the public hearing will be included in the meeting agenda, available at least 48 hours prior to the hearing on the town's agenda center. No information from the public shall be received after the close of the public hearing. Additional information regarding this application is available in the Mansfield Planning Office, AP Beck Municipal Building, 4 South Eagleville Road, Mansfield, Connecticut, 06268, or by emailing planzonedept@mansfieldct.org. Paul Aho, Chair, Vera Stearns, Ward Secretary.
Thank you. So the public hearing is opened at 6:07 p.m. Members present are Aho, Chandy, Witch, Ross, Corsi, and Katie Fertoni, and alternates Al Fertoni and Adam Open are both seated as well. Julian, you want to give us a little introduction to this, and then we can have Anthony Gioskia. Am I pronouncing that right? We want to get, I'm very sensitive about names being pronounced correctly.
It's a tough one to pronounce. It's Joshua.
Oh, I wasn't even
Wow.
close.
Joshua, okay, all right, Joshua, okay,
All right.
we got it.
So,
Mr. Joshua?
yeah.
Hey,
So
Jillian.
so you may be familiar with this property located at 1708 Stafford Road. It's on the corner of Route 32 and Route 195, right by the Willington line. So this property was originally zoned RAR 90. Back in 2015, the applicant applied to have it rezoned to Neighborhood Business 1, so that he could operate his optometry business. Am I correct with that? Yeah, optometry business out of that building. So he's been operating that since 2015. He would now like to create a mixed use in this building and reside in the same place that he works. So that, pursuant to your regulations, is done by special permit, which is why we are here tonight.
Okay. Mr. Joshua, would you like to say a few words about what you'd like to do?
Sure. As was just mentioned, the building was residential for a number of years, December of 1941 until we converted it to commercial. I find myself in a position now. I live in Summers. My children are out of the house. I have more room than I need. And I'm looking forward to that nice short commute from upstairs to downstairs. So that's why I'm here tonight.
Okay, very good.
So I should also note that the applicant did notify the abutters and provide us with a certificate of mailing proving that all of the abutters have been notified of the public hearing tonight. To my knowledge, the staff has not received any comments from any neighbors in writing or by telephone with regard to this application.
And I'm assuming there's nobody waiting to testify either.
We have nobody.
There is nobody waiting to be admitted.
I can't think of a less controversial subject. This is almost like an April Fool's public hearing. Okay, so, I believe we could entertain a motion to close the public hearing. That would be the next step,
So moved.
unless you have any questions, for the applicant. Did someone say so moved?
Yeah, I said so moved.
Okay, so moved by Chandy,
Second. Corsi seconds.
seconded by, of course. Okay, any discussion? All in favor? So that passes unanimously. The public hearing is closed at 6:11 PM. Okay, so now we can move on to let's see,
Yeah,
Julie, how
so
come that's not on my,
I know, I'm just noticing it's not listed under old business.
okay, so we need to add it to the business of tonight, right?
Yeah, so
Oh, 'cause it's on the minutes.
a simple motion to add this item to new business, to old business as agenda item A, old business.
Okay,
So moving to add file number P1336-1 as agenda item A under old business.
moved by Chandy. Seconded by Ross. All in favor? Okay, passes unanimously. So now we can take up this. Okay, so do we have a written motion? It's not, I don't have it in front of me. Somebody must have a written motion.
Yep,
Is that in
so-
the packet?
Yeah, there is a suggested motion, on your agenda, oh, sorry, on the staff report, but we can share it for you folks.
Okay.
We have it.
I have it in front of me. if
Okay.
it's
Oh,
easier.
Chandy has it.
Okay.
And just
Alright.
make sure I'm reading the right one.
One note, Banu, under general provisions, hours of operation, there's a rogue sentence in there that starts with "there shall be no blasting."
Yeah.
That should be deleted.
Absolutely no blasting. at
blasting,
the
no blasting.
optometrist office.
Yep, no blasting.
Some of the demerits of copy and paste.
Yeah,
Just one.
exactly. Exactly.
More merits than demerits. Anyway, I, Chandy, move effective April 1st, 2024 to approve the application of Mr. Anthony Joshua, file P1336-1, to change the use of property located at 1708 Stafford Road, Assessor's Parcel ID 1.1.5 from office to mixed use by adding a residential use, one dwelling unit. This approval is granted because it is found to be consistent with the terms of Statute 190-58 and is it statute or item? Item 190-
Yeah, section.
Section 190-74 of the Mansfield zoning regulations and shall be subject to the following conditions. 1, extent of approval. This approval is specifically tied to the applicant's submissions and the conditions cited in this motion. Unless modifications are specifically authorized, the proposed uses and site improvements shall be limited to those authorized by this approval. Any questions regarding authorized uses, required site improvements, and conditions cited in this approval shall be reviewed with an environmental planner, zoning enforcement officer, and director of planning and development, and as deemed necessary, the commission. General provisions. 1, hours of operation. All work shall be conducted between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, and between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Saturday. Validity. This special permit shall become valid only after it's obtained by the applicant from the Mansfield Planning Office and filed upon the Mansfield land records.
Moved by Chandy, and we have a new member joining us. Hi, hello, Zach. You're just in time for the last vote of the night.
I'll second it.
Second by for Tony. Any discussion? Everyone is seated because there's 9 of us. All in favor? 2, 3, 4. Okay, passes unanimously. And is there anything else we need to do tonight, Jolene, other than watch 2 great basketball games?
So just a note, there is, under communications and bills, there is a senior housing memo to the PZC. So just take a quick look at that when you have a chance. And, that is all for tonight.
Okay, we are adjourned at 6:16 p.m. Is that a record?
That's a record.
That's
Thank
a
you,
record. All
everyone.
right.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
You're off by 2 minutes.
I was off by 2 minutes. I told him it would
You're
be
off by 2 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a
Bye-bye,
good
everyone.
evening.
Thanks for showing
Bye.
up.